Namaste, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Phoenix here. I hope you all are doing amazing. Hope you all are taking care of yourself. Okay, I have happy Wednesday, right? I have a beautiful message from the planet Mercury. Remember, okay, all of these planets are within you. There is no thing outside of you, okay? I don't know. I think I want to call these my Know Thyself series, okay? If you consider yourself a star seed, a divine one, chosen one, I don't know, like whatever you consider yourself, right? I just got this wonderful, wonderful message, okay? And so the message, I wrote it down. I wrote down a few messages, okay? So give me a second. So let me do my creed, okay? Because I will forget. Make sure I'm recording, okay? It says, I speak from the spirit within me, which is one with the Most High. My words are not from ego, but from the source of all creation. No watcher, no accuser, no muzzler has authority over my voice or my truth. I am rooted in love, covered in light, and sealed in the presence of God within me. When I speak, it is for awakening, not for offense. And my words will land only where they are meant to land. I am safe, I am guided, I am whole. So, the planet Mercury, this is what it had to say today. You all know the planet Mercury is all about communication, right? It communicates with you, right? Mercury, it like, the planet itself is a communication portal. Wow. So the planet Mercury is like your solar plexus energy. This is so crazy. So I was rubbing Raven. She's a little bit upset with me, okay? Because I changed her dry food to wet food. And she is not happy. Like, I want to say, like, she's been, like, stalking me, like, jumping on me, like, hiding in corners. And I walk past, she attacks me, like, go into, like, Black Panther mode and attacks me. Like, she would sit where her food is, and she would just sit and stare at me and I just be like, oh, my God, Raven. So last night I had to kind of sleep with one eye open. She's, like, I had to walk, like, backwards, so that I can face her, like, so she won't sneak up on me and jump on my leg. She scratched me a few times. She is not happy about this, but we're gonna work through it together. But anyway, I was rubbing her and I touched her ear, in her inner ear, and my solar plexus chakra, well, that energy center, I'm on a new thing about these chakras, okay? But that energy center within my stomach, it tingled. And I was like, okay, like I felt that, right? And what came up after that, right? Whatever you focus on, whatever you are focused, right? Whatever in the moment you are focused on, you become one with it, okay? You become one with it because there is no separate self, right? This is what the planet of Mercury said. You become one with it because there is no separation. You are one in the same with everything around you, okay? I'm hoping it's making sense to you all. So whatever you are focused on at a particular time, at a particular present moment, you become that. That's just what it is, because you have this, what is that open construction. You are creation itself. And that's something that most starseeds, divine ones, chosen ones, you know, those are always just words, concepts, so you can differentiate yourself from the masses, right? So that you can hold a certain title or some shit. But there is no titles, right? But it explains you, right? Your sensitivity, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Spirit. It explains what you are, but there isn't no, it just puts a word to a thing, right? It matches a word to a explanation to a thing, right? Like you have a word and then you have a definition, right? spiritually, none of it means nothing, but physically you have to understand it so that it can have a reference point to it, right? And so this was one of the messages that came out. Mercury says detaching from the herd, the law of sustainment, right? And so this was something, I think, like your solar plexus chakra is activated. I don't keep energy center is activated at this time. Wherever your force, your natural force center comes from, it is activated at this time, right? And so you could be receiving downloads about your mission, what you need to be doing right now for your growth, right? You may be receiving that, right? And so what may be holding you back, what may be keeping you stuck, right, is the law of sustainment, right? And so this law of sustainment, like, it's one of the universal laws, right? I think so. I'm not sure. Spirit, oh gosh. Give me a second. Let me see what this is, okay? It may be called something different, okay? I hope you all are doing well. Give me a second. Okay, this is a psychological law. Okay. This is a psychological law. The law of sustainment in psychology is the principle that you cannot consistently perform actions that contradict what your core self-image of perception is, right? I don't know what that was, but what Spirit told me was that detachment from the herd, whatever you don't see in yourself, whatever you don't see in yourself, as far internally, you will not be able to move forward on it in the physical reality. This is what I wrote, right? This is what Spirit told me the definition of it. I guess maybe you all need to hear it that way, okay? And it says, let go of the roots to change your fruit, right? This is messages from Mercury, right? So let go of the root to change your fruit, right? So take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at the people in your life, okay? Take a look at what type of environment were you bred in, right? What type of family dynamic did you come from? Take a look at your ancestors. What have they invented? What have they done? What type of new and improved thing have they invented, right? If this is a thing, thank you. If you don't come from that type of background, whatever you are here to do, you will have some energetic repelling to it, right? Because you don't know its nature. You don't know anything of its kind, right? And so you have like this internal barrier or blockage that's preventing you from moving forward. Trust me, I understood this, right? I got like 4 books. I wrote 4 books and they're online right now. And I started like these spiritual business and things like that. And so I didn't know why I started it. I just felt the need to start it, even though no one in my family has gone down this route, at least my immediate family, right? I didn't see them doing it. And it was not that the reason that I did it, because I didn't know that I could not do it. I was the only one in my immediate family to go to the military. So I already had broke that mold when I decided to go to the military. I followed the signs, the rules, the synchronicities, right? Well, I already broke that loop when I decided to do something different than the rest of my family, right? And it's no offense to them. They can do whatever the hell they want. You have free will to do whatever you want, right? And so I just decided to do something different. I don't know. I was called to do something different. And so when you do something different, right, that's the reason I didn't understand why I was writing my books. I didn't understand why I was starting all these spiritual classes and courses. I just understood that I felt the urge to do it. And I understood that immediately it may not yield results, right? But I knew that as time went on, it will eventually yield results, right? Because I understand that time is an illusion. I understand that I get downloads, information, and things way before it's time, right? I understood that in high school. I used to always like start a trend. And when I would wear, everybody would be looking at me like, what is that you're wearing? But then maybe about a month or two later, everybody has it on. And it's just be like, and so I understood that about myself. I would get those type of downloads or whatever. And so that's maybe something, pay attention, that could be holding you back. If you're getting these great ideas, if you're getting these, if you intuitively know what it is that you need to do, right? And you just finding that it's hard for you to do it, it is because you became a part of your environment, okay? You became what you were focused on. Remember the law of sustainability, right? That's what it's called. The law of sustainment. You became a part of your environment. So whatever you focus on, whatever you are focused on at any given time is what you become. But because you were born of such family dynamics, economic dynamics, African American, if you lower class, middle class, that energy, if you associate yourself with that, right, that is what you will constantly produce. And you, as the star seed awakened being within that construct, the one, right, the chosen one, the Neo, right, the one, you are there to break the barrier, break the mold, break through the glass ceiling, break down a brick wall. You are there to dismantle it, right? And so that was a message that came in from Mercury. And then it's also, it was like talked about the Canada's energy. As I mentioned before, if you all are not familiar with Spinoza, he is a philosopher, right? And he speaks about what you are from a soul's perspective. He was dethroned from the church, right? The church disowned him. They wrote him off. They told him that his theories were absurd, only because the church wanted a certain amount of control over the people, right? But what you were, Canadians, that natural soul space energy before your program, that's what you are. That's what Spinoza spoke about, right? He spoke about your natural soul self, how the natural soul self operates in this physical reality, right? He speaks about that. And so he talks about this energy called Canada's. And that is a natural energy. To me, it feels like bounce back energy. To me, it feels like that energy when you get your second wind. That has always been a part of me. I just thought that I don't know. I just thought that nothing could keep me down. If you have that type of energy, right? 1313 on my timer, like die 1,000 times and still come back. That 9 live energy, right? 1313, double deaths, right? 13 is a death card in tarot, right? And so you just keep coming back, right? That rebirth energy, that is called Canada's, right? You have a desire to learn something new. You have a desire to do something different. You have a desire to be the change, because you change within you so often, right? It naturally changes outside, but energies will come up against you, right, to stop the change, because it doesn't want their foundation to be stripped down, because it means that they will have to adjust, or their systems will, that has been put into play to keep you in a certain vibrational frequency, right, is going to have to either fall down or adjust, right? And so that energy tries to repel you, right? And so it'll stop you from moving forward, right? It is that sentinel energy that I spoke about in the video when I talked about the sentinel energy, right? And then this is what I wrote, and it said, if you use your Canada's energy unhealthy, right, it can be a form of addiction, right? Because you go back to it every day. You go back to it sometimes multiple times of the day, right? But if you use it in a healthy way, right, that is what you become. So if you focus on money, on how to change the system of money, right, on how to work with money internally, right? You wind up, that energy flows through you and it produces itself on this outside reality, right? Because it naturally flows within you, right? And so they bring me back to what I said previously, like systems will try to come against you, that because they try and take you down internally, right? But if you keep going and you don't pay that any energy, any attention, you keep moving, you keep rising, 15, you keep rising to the top, right? Then you will not be affected by it in your outside reality, right? And then they say like productively wise, it becomes wisdom, okay? It becomes a piece of wisdom for you. It becomes peace. It becomes abundance for you. It flows through you. It moves through you naturally because you become that, because that is what you focus on, right? You naturally become it because it becomes you and becomes you. It becomes you and becomes you. That's what I said. That's what Spirit said. Okay, so Spirit just confirmed me. And as I was saying, like, is that the Temperance, the number? No. What's 15? The number 15 in tarot. They bringing my attention to number 15. I don't know why. But you become, is that the Hermit? You become that energy and that energy becomes you. Okay? Because you are in a constant state of evolving, right? You as a universe. Remember, you come from the universe. You are the universe. So you're just operating under the terms of the universe, right? Those natural laws, right? You are operating in those realms of that natural law, right? And so it becomes you, right? Remember, the universe focus on something outside of itself. The devil energy. This is very significant because this is how you beat it, right? You beat this energy of suppression. This is how you beat the energy of suppression. Like, you beat it twice already, okay? That's why they made this so... It's just like something you would have never thought of, right? Because I didn't think it's number 15 was the devil card. But it's like something you beat already, okay? Addictions, bondage, obsession. Holy crud. Materialism, temptation, mental health, fear, doubt, lies, violence, ignorance, sexuality, just trapped. Because of your starseed nature, right? Because you have that natural Canada's energy that rose in you. That is your natural soul forming, folding, unfolding self. You are the unfolding and the folding of the universe. You are the this and the that of the universe, right? And I'm also hearing like you go through these challenges, through these setbacks, but it doesn't really want to say setback. It just wants to say like changes, so that you can be the light in the darkness. You're able to see the light. Allow the speck of light to unfold the darkness, right? And then we have Page of Wands, good news, letters, phone calls, cheerful, fun, optimistic, bright, energetic, creativity, confidence. This is like your inner power, your illumination to your inner power that is trying to present itself to you at this time, okay? Ah, wow, like, I don't know, like, okay, it just is, okay? I don't know. I get geeked. I don't know, like this energy of excitement. It feels good, okay? And so when I channel this, I can feel it flowing through me, okay? And so this is the energy of excitement, okay? Like, follow your excitement. I'm hearing walk away from things that don't serve you. And I know that's easier said than done. We all have that, to where we are so used to focusing on things outside of us. But once you understand that nothing outside of you can fill your cup, right? You just have to take the leap of faith to go within, so you can release this energy from you, okay? This energy was born. The energy of conflict was born because what the system what your lineage, your heritage, your community, what it tried to place upon you. You have a fighting spirit, guide, okay? You have a fighting spirit, okay? And this fighting spirit stayed fighting. Black sheep, rebel, rebel energy. Wow. It stayed fighting, okay? And that's why conflicts arise, okay? And if you focus it on something that's futile, something that's of the devil energy, something that is of this lower energy, holding on to a fight that was never yours to fight, holding on to energy that was never yours to integrate. You are meant to experience it all. Experience it all. You are never meant to hold on to it, right? This is material because this is the pinnacle, right? You are never meant to hold on to it. You are here to experience it and to let it go, right? Allow it to teach it to you. You are here to experience earth. Eight of Pentacles. You are here to experience earth, learn, okay? You are here to learn. That's why that scribe and writer energy keeps coming out. Like every time I do past life cards, you are here to learn. You were never here to stay stuck. It's like you were passing through. You have to keep passing through earth, okay? And I think I put up in a video yesterday about the energy of Mars. Like you are here to master the realm of earth. Thank you, Spirit. You are here to master the realm of earth. Okay? Double mission. What the? Light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. You are here to master earth. You are not here to stay in the earthly realm. It's like you are already from the stars. You are already that with the stars, right? And because you are one with the stars, you are one with the planets, you are one with the universe, right? Because you are one with it, you know what that feels like. You know what that is. You're here to master this. This is your Earth Mastery School. You're here getting your master's degree, okay? That's just what it is. You're here to get your master's degree from Earth. I remember Soul's Plan, fated life versus a destiny life. Empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. I cannot make this up. You got the love, Heredian energy, codependency, boundaries, right? Because we become codependency on things, right? The addiction, the doing it over and over again, right? You're never meant, 2303, you were never meant to be in that energy. We have the Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust is here with you right at this time, okay? Activated Earth. You're here to activate Earth. You're here to show Earth how to do it again. You're here to bring these higher knowledge, higher realm energies, higher knowledge. What? Higher plane. I'm trying to switch it so I can understand it, like so you can understand it. You're here to bring knowledge from your home, that future home. Okay, you come from the future is what I'm hearing. This is crazy. You come from the future, right? So you're here for Earth's evolution. So you're here to show them how to be sustainable throughout these next coming years. You're here to teach your children that. You're here to teach your family and friends that if they want to learn, right? We all have free will, right? And so you're here to teach it by doing it. That's what you're here to do. You do it and you become successful at it and watch them do it. Then they will want to do it because they're going to want to know how you did it. 2424. They want to know how you did it. Okay? Because you're going to do it so effortlessly. Power places, ley lines, trust where you are led, right? You're here to activate Earth. Okay? And then we have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life, right? The opposites of streams, right? It's just like this and that, right? The opposites, right? It's just like, okay, I'm going to only be into this energy, right? This energy of addiction, this energy of, you know, focusing on things outside of you, focusing on things in this physical realm, right? And you're going to be producing the same thing over and over again, right? You're producing the same energy of its kind, right? That's one extreme of it, right? Or the other extreme of it. You're here to go internal. You're here to activate the within space, right? You're here to what is showing me, Spirit? So it's like this newness, what you're bringing, right? Replenishment. Thank you, Jesus. Because I can understand what you were showing me, replenishment. So it's just like you're here to work, right? Work on something for you. Work on something that's your soul's mission, right? Work on that, right? But you're here to level out the playing fields, replenish yourself by being human, right? So you're here not to be so much into this area, so much into that area. And that's how you sustain. That's how you keep moving forward, right? You keep moving forward by when you've reached this certain high, right? And you've done your work, you've done what it is that you need to do, right? And you are emotional.